Namaste. Thank you for the lovely response to these little videos that I'm putting out in an effort to share a little bit about special educational needs and inclusion. The response has been heartwarming. I'm now today going to share a little bit about what can a parent do if you get a diagnosis that the child has dyslexia or dysgraphia or dyscalculia, and you're not yet comfortable going to a special educator or sharing that diagnosis with the school. Ideally, it would be great if you feel confident and comfortable to be able to share the diagnosis with the school, request the guidance of a special educator, and assure the school that along with them you are on the same page and that together you can help the child progress. At home, what is it that you can do? If it's dyslexia, try to photocopy the text book or the notes in a larger font. That makes it clearer to the child immediately, right? Highlight the difficult words so that he understands that these are the key words that I need to learn. If there is written work, try to have him dictate the work to you and you can write it. If he doesn't want to dictate and he's comfortable writing it, then just organize the page for him. So if it is an essay that is to be written, just organize it into an introduction. So mark out 4-5 lines and mark out the point at which the paragraph indent begins. Then mark out the body of the essay and mark out the conclusion. And mark out an area where he can write the title. So immediately the task becomes doable. Even for us, if you look at it, when there are many tasks to be done at home, we often get overwhelmed and we just say, God, I don't know where to start, and we end up doing nothing. But if someone steps in, and says, okay, just begin with this and I'll help you organize this part of the house, or I'll help you organize the kitchen, or I will, help you fold the clothes and put it away in the cupboard while you're organizing the cupboard, it just becomes much easier. Similarly, for the child, a huge task becomes doable when we break it down into smaller bits. Now we come to learning difficulties. If there are learning difficulties, generalized learning difficulties, you as a parent can help. Instead of telling the child, sit down and study, which is something that we all do, I've done it as a parent, break it down and say, take out, if needed, take out the maths book or the English or whatever subject you've chosen, and say that, okay, in the next 20 minutes, I'd like you to go through these 3-4 question answers, write them down or learn them, or there are 4-5 muhavras in Hindi to be learned. Please do that. I'll give you 10 minutes and then do a quick revision with him. If it's maths, say let's do 4 sums today, which will be 20 minutes. Give the child a break of 5 or 10 minutes. Have him come back and do another 2 or 3 sums for 15 minutes. Also, do know that the attention span of children across age groups really is about 22 to 25 minutes, going up to 35 or 40 in senior classes, which is why you will find that most of the periods in school are also of that duration. And if there are block periods, 2 periods together, often the teacher gives a break in between. Dyscalculia. This is a tough one, and maths can be scary for many, many children. Talk to the teacher, see if the syllabus can be adapted a little bit. So if there are 5 chapters to be learned for the exam, ask the teacher if a question bank can be given. So she gives a question bank of 50 or 60 questions that you can work on and, prepare the child for the exam. Once again, if you're looking at senior classes and there's algebra, there are various methods to make algebra easier for the child and doable. Algebra becomes a little confusing because there is a square b cube plus a cube b squared. So all the letters and the numbers kind of jumble up together. There are various methods to make this a little easier and doable, and the child begins to enjoy algebra. Please feel free to connect in case you'd like to know more. I hope these little tips have been helpful. All the very best to you and the child. Thank you.